You want to know the difference with males? They're not like her. She wanted to be the only female out there. So when Baby and them said, we're not fucking with this chick because you can't stand next to her, she loved it because she didn't want to stand next to me. When a chick, let me tell you something. I'm going to leave this on this note. You will see. Everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I got to say.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and this is the official pilot episode of my new podcast entitled Talk That Talk, where I will be taking a dive into trending topics that are happening now and some topics that should be talked about but are forgotten about. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get into it. Now I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it all over the internet, all over Twitter, Instagram, all that. Nicki Minaj was at a Turning Point USA event, which is basically a convention for Republicans and conservatives, but that's neither here or there. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, she took the world by surprise, for some, okay? And she went on there, for those of y'all that haven't seen the clip, she said that she has a strong admiration for our president.
You dumb bitch.
Exactly, because I'm like, what? Huh? Who? And everybody knows when you have a strong admiration for somebody, that means you like what they stand for, you like what they do, you like the business they handle, you like how they carry themselves, all the things. But Trump, of all people, a man who is openly homophobic, transphobic, racist, and all of that, you align yourself with that? Really, Nicki?
That's some bullshit.
I am not a Barb by any means. I'll say I'm a Barb adjacent. I mean, I was a Nicki fan, but I wasn't out with the Barbie chain, getting my boobs on. I didn't do all that now, but was I a fan? Yes. But I feel like seeing her do that, I feel like it's more so a betrayal to the fans than anything. Because everybody knows that a good 95% of her fan base are black gay men, maybe a few lesbians, and maybe a few transgender or transsexual men and women. And it's like, you're standing up for someone that's against us? I mean, the gay community? Like, for real? That's what you're doing right now. And then all over Twitter, it was like, the Barbs are torn between supporting her. So Barbs, now I'm not coming to fight, I just want to ask y'all a question. Y'all are really torn between supporting someone who supports someone that doesn't support you. You're really torn. Yes, we know that Nicki Minaj got bars, she got hits, but at the same time, as a human being, you're really gonna stand by her. And this is not me attacking her. I just want to know, y'all really want to support her still after what she just did? Y'all, it's to the point where I was on Twitter one day, and I'll insert a picture. They had a petition to deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. I saw that. I was like, yo, the Barbs are not playing. They are pissed off at her. Like, and rightfully so, but going as far as trying to deport the chick, that that is wild. Do you not know how pissed you gotta be to deport someone like that? And I feel as though, I mean, I understand why the Barb is upset, because this is someone that they admire, they look up to, quote her songs bar for bar, and you turn around and do us like this. And the fact is that she just got off of a tour. Her fans saw her on tour, and they see this. Personally, I would be offended too, because I looked up to you, I saw myself in you, but hearing this, it's like I feel betrayed. But let's put it into perspective. Mona Leo is a hot female rapper right now. And to all of her fans, I want to ask you, if she had the power and the influence that Nicki had, and she came back and said some off-the-wall stuff like that, would you support her? Okay. And what I also want to know is, why is it that we are so quick to cut off a family member or a friend that says something openly homophobic and transphobic, but we don't hold that same responsibility and accountability to a celebrity?
Clock that tea.
And then also, y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen it already. That interview that Lil' Kim did with the Breakfast Club some years ago when her and Nicki Minaj had their beef, and she said, Lil' Kim said, I never had a problem with her. It was all on her, because y'all remember the narrative was, oh, Kim was being a bully, Kim was being bitter, Kim was being this, Kim was being that. We spent all that time thinking that Lil' Kim was the problem, but really, Nicki was the problem. Which brings me to my next point. Nicki Minaj is not a girl's girl. She's not. She's not, because she's beefed with pretty much every other female artist or rapper in the industry. She beefed with Remy Ma. She fell out with Trina. She fell out with Lala. She fell out with Missy Elliott. She fell out with Queen Latifah. She fell out with Cardi. And the list goes on and on and on. And then recently, y'all remember, about like a few months ago, she fell out with SZA. SZA of all people. Like, what did SZA do for you to come at her? Like, it don't make any sense. It really doesn't. And then also, she has an album that's coming out, I think she said March of next year. Y'all, her Instagram is deleted. I think her Twitter, I unfollowed her on Twitter. I did. But it's like, you said what you said. Your album is supposed to drop next year, and you're off the grid. And personally, if you're deactivating your social media, it's not because of self-care. It's because you knew what you did was wrong. Everybody was watching you. Everybody saw it. And you're just trying to save face. Now, from a business perspective, I think she made the right choice of deactivating her socials, because, I mean, there's a good chance the Barbs are not going to buy her album. And again, this is not an attack on Nicki. This is just my personal opinion. I feel like they're not going to support her because, y'all, I saw a video on Twitter. These the gays were out at the club and the DJ was playing a Nicki song. They were booing the DJ for playing Nicki Minaj. They like, it's that bad. And I feel like once you've done that, like, because everybody knows, anybody that has come out supporting Trump, they're nowhere to be found. They're not. Where's Kanye? Where's Omarosa? Where's who else? Candace Owens, she comes up every now and again, but yeah, somebody did say that Nicki Minaj is in her Kanye West phase. And she is, because with Kanye, he got up on there and said,
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
He said it on national TV, and I think his mom had died either before that or sometime after that, I think. But he ain't been the same since. But with Nicki, something has had to happen for her to switch sides. Well, not switch sides, because apparently in one of her songs, she said, I'm a Republican voting for Mitt Romney. That, and on top of that, her dad is a sexual abuser, her brother is a pedophile, and she married a pedophile.
You don't have an answer? Didn't think you would.
If you would like to ask me.
Exactly. That should have been the cutoff point for everybody, because ever since she popped out with Kenneth Petty, people have said that they don't care for her. Well, not care for her, that they don't care for him. And it goes back to her not being a girl's girl. One of the influencers I follow, her name is Sydney Noir, and she broke it down. She basically said that Nicki Minaj is male-centered. She is, because everything, it revolves around the validation of being a man, because she's always with the guys. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that she's always trying to be one of the guys. And one thing I didn't like that she said at the Turning Point event was boys will be boys. To me, I have a strong dislike to that, because you're basically saying that you're excusing a man's behavior, meaning you're excusing his violence against women. And when I hear a woman say boys will be boys, excuse me, it's almost as if she wants to be one of the boys, which feeds into the narrative of the woman's fault, which it never is. It never is, okay? It's never the woman's fault. It's always the man's fault, okay? I want to put that out there. It's always the man's fault. But do I feel like her career is going to suffer? I feel like it is. I feel like her career is going to suffer, and I feel like her son is going to suffer too, because you have a mother who supports and aids pedophiles. Your dad is a registered sex offender.
Yeah, double homicide.
It's going to be hard for him growing up. It is. And to all the Barbs, again, this is not an attack on y'all. I really want to know down in the comments, if you are still supporting Nicki, why?
Why?
Now, I want to know, why are you still supporting her? Because it's obvious she's made her choice, and then some of y'all might say, oh, she made a mistake. No. Yes, in life, we make mistakes, but we also make choices. The choices we make in life can either advance our life or bring our life down. And I feel like what she's doing is going to cause her career to tank. And again, this is not an attack. I'm just giving my opinion on it, and so on and so forth. But I feel like her career is going to take a hit. And I also feel like every celebrity needs to be media trained and have a PR person, because her going on those Twitter rants, and they would just be out of nowhere, and we're just like, what the hell is going on with her? Like, why is she spazzing like this? Because the whole SZA thing, that was random AF. Like, it really was random. But she needed a PR person, because her going off on those rants, the ongoing beef with her and Cardi, she should have a PR person, period, and every celebrity should be media trained to avoid stuff like this. Yes, we have our own opinions, but you need people around you that's going to tell you when you right and when you wrong, and I feel like that Nicki don't have that. Like, she doesn't. But like I said, I do think her career is going to take a hit. I feel like she's going to bury herself, because we can be our own biggest critic. We can also get in our own way too, and that's what she's doing. So it's like, looking back on it, and people have pulled up her old tweets of her going back with Cardi, and she said some foul stuff. Now, it's one thing to take it to hell, but she took it to the deepest part of hell. She did. But all we can really do is pray for her and pray that she does better, because saying you align yourself with Trump, that is wild. And then, yeah, it's honestly a lot, because that's like hearing your best friend come out as a Republican and saying they align themselves with what Trump stood for. Honestly, that friend wanted to get cut off, because, and especially like for the Barbs, if like for the straight Nicki Minaj fans, if you know someone in your family is gay or trans, and you hear Nicki say something outlandishly homophobic and transphobic, and you still support her, that's a slap in the face to them. Oh, well, she didn't mean it. No, she meant it. We gotta stop. Well, one, y'all gotta stop putting these celebrities on pedestals. They are regular people just like us. The difference is they're on TV and going to the Met Gala. We're at home watching them go to the Met Gala. It's completely different. They got bills just like us. They buy the same groceries. They may shop at different places, but we're all people, regular people. So, like I said, Nicki, I hope she gets the help that she needs. I hope that she... Honestly, I don't think that she can come back from this. Because like I said, people that have come out and said they support Trump, they are never heard from again. That's exactly what she's doing. She's not going to be heard from again. And the Barb just saying she got a plan. They said the same thing about Trump. Look what happened. We're in hell. We are in hell right now because of him. But that's neither here or there. But I feel like if I was a Barb, I would stop supporting her, because it's like she really been hot since flip phones, and it's come to this. Her being a pedophile and her brother being a pedophile and her supporting her brother, that should have been the cutoff right there. Like, it should have been none. But all I gotta say is, to end this off, is Lil' Kim was right, Mariah Carey was right, Meg was right, because y'all notice everybody that she's worked with, they're not cool anymore, and the common factor is who? Nicki Minaj. But that's my spiel. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave me a comment. And Barbs, listen, I just want to have a conversation in the comments. No need for negativity. Just tell me how you're feeling. Give me what you're feeling. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me so we can talk. And I will see y'all in the next episode.
This what happened when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Next time around, fuck, I want it to be different, yeah.